I'm joined now by Vernon Coaker. Vernon, people talk about wrapping our kids up in cotton wool. Do you think that's true at the moment?
Well, I think we do have to be careful about being so concerned about risk that our young people become, if you like, put into a situation where they don't do anything, or indeed our school teachers or parents. There is always an element of risk if you go canoeing, or if you go rock climbing, or if you go walking in the hills. All of those sorts of things do have an element of risk. But if it's managed properly, if all the proper processes and procedures are followed, then that can be minimised. And instead of looking at risk, we can look at the opportunity that those sorts of visits give to young people.
How do you feel when you see these stories in the media about a head teacher banning conkers in the playground, for example, unless they wear goggles, or a school recently banned parents from attending the school sports day?
Well, I'm always a bit wary of media reports about particular incidents, but it has to be said that sometimes you do read things and you think this has gone a bit too far, this seems a bit unreasonable. But without commenting on individual cases, let me just say this: there is an element of risk involved in a number of activities, but as I say, as long as we're sensible about it, as long as we actually take proper care and attention, then we shouldn't discourage young children, or indeed children, teenagers or whoever, from doing those sorts of exciting, exhilarating activities that they can get a lot of enjoyment from, but also learn from. And the other thing is as well, sometimes there are individual things that happen in sport. For example, if you play sport, you sometimes break a limb. If you play sport, sometimes you pull a muscle. All of those things sometimes happen, but it doesn't mean you stop doing them. And that's similarly, look at us as adults. We drive cars. People get killed crossing the road. Nobody wants those sorts of things to happen. Everybody knows that there are proper procedures, safety rules to be followed. But I think it's important that we get the balance right.
And do you feel that schools are sort of taking on enough responsibility?
I think they're operating in a climate where there's a certain element of concern that unless all the I's are dotted and all the T's crossed, it may be that you can get yourself into trouble. I think the more worrying thing is that I think sometimes people feel that even when they do that, there's still a risk that they may, if something does go wrong, that they may be on the wrong end of the legal system. So as I say, I think what we need to do, ensure the guidelines are followed, ensure the processes are followed, ensure all the rules are properly enforced, but let's not forget the real value that comes from some of these outdoor activities or from sport in general.
Vernon Coaker, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.